All right, hello. Welcome back to the Baseball Diaries. It is our Thursday night episode. The week is basically over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Almost Friday. We got some news and notes. First option on the news. We're going to start with Jackson Holliday.
Yep.
Jackson Holliday was called up, debuted with the Orioles, struggled in his first debut, like his first game. I mean, it's kind of expected at the major league level. However, he did get his first RBI.
He did. He contributed to the team.
He did, and in a huge comeback win, the Orioles were down 5-0 at one point and ended up winning the game 7-5. The Orioles have been kind of inconsistent to start the season, considering a team that I think most rational people expect to win over 100 games. And I think, honestly, calling up Jackson, while I did expect him to make the Major League Ball Club, calling him up now probably will give him, I guess, more exposure. He was clearly more than ready to face AAA. And
I don't know what they were. Here's the thing that I don't understand. Because originally, what everyone said and what the front office was hiding was the fact that they left him down to try and keep an extra year of service time, but they called him up early enough to where he's still going to get a full year of service time if he continues to play all year.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they were thinking or what they were doing. And clearly he didn't have enough time because the main reason they sent him down was he hadn't faced enough lefties, and he faced like 2 lefties in the minor leagues, and they're like, all right, now he's ready. I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah,
one of the few bad moves I can say that the Orioles have had in the last few years.
Yeah, and the Orioles aren't typically this current Orioles iteration is not a team that we associate with making bad moves. It's just a weird one. I'm not going to call it bad because I still think Jackson's going to play up to the major league level, and he'll adjust in no time. But, I mean, it was definitely a weird one. He faced a pretty... So far this year, Cutter Crawford's been very good.
Yes, he has been.
The fact that he struggled against Cutter Crawford, because the Red Sox starting staff has actually been very good.
Been actually electric this year, which is... I said it before, I think they're playing out of their ass right now, but... I
mean, Whitlock is currently shoving.
Yeah, he's absolutely shoving right now, and that's not something that we're used to saying. Brian Bello, he's good, but, where are we going to get that with that? It's just kind of... I'm shocked that the Red Sox are playing at this high of a level right now. I don't see it continuing, and I think the Orioles are kind of giving him a slap to the face that, this is who the AL East champions are going to be.
And I think it will be a dose of reality. I think the Red Sox are playing above their own level currently.
Yeah.
That's not to say that... I mean, they kind of have been lapped in rebuilds at this point.
Yeah.
The Royals have lapped them in rebuild. And the Red Sox just... None of the moves that ownership group have done have really put them in a position to succeed.
Yeah.
Again, this pitching staff, I don't... It's fun to think they could continue this. They can't.
No, it's not sustainable. It's
Pavetta's already on IL. We've talked about the Tommy John crisis.
Yep.
And the elbow crisis.
Yeah, and that actually leads to the perfect next news and notes. Framber Valdez scratched from a start, placed on that 15-day IL with elbow inflammation yet again. So
yeah. So another one, and again, hey, Manfred, bring back sticky stuff.
Or at least pre-stick the balls.
Yeah, get the pre-tack balls.
Yes, exactly. Other leagues do the pre-tack balls. It's not unheard of.
You know how many Tommy John injuries they have? It's less than us right now.
Right now, it's an absolute crisis right now.
It's having pitchers' elbows explode constantly is not good for the game.
No.
And it'll just lead to people saying, why can't we have pre-tack or any kind of sticky stuff on the ball? Because it clearly helps prevent one injury, and it probably protects hitters too.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it does protect hitters because you know where the ball is going. You can feel where you're letting it go instead of I have no idea where this slick ball is going to come out of my hand at, and now I'm going to either earhole this guy or it's going to go directly in the dirt.
Yeah, especially in the rain.
Yeah, and the rain has been
It's been a constant problem to start this season.
This season,
a constant problem.
The weather has been rough this season, that's for sure. We've had several games postponed. The Cardinals and Phillies were in an absolute wet garbage.
The rubber match of that series essentially turned into a mudslide.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah, the Baseball Diaries series turned into a mudslide.
Yeah, we'll go more into the Baseball Diaries series in a little bit.
Yeah. So, moving on from that, Framber Valdez talking point. What the hell is the AL West?
Yeah.
What actually is it?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we were talking before the podcast. The A's just swept the Rangers. Like, what is going on?
Like, and the Royals are absolutely taking the Astros to the cleaners. Like, not even close games. They're beating them by like 9 runs.
Dog shit out of the Astros. Swept them. The Royals are currently on a 7-win winning streak right now. So I mean, that's just bonkers. But I mean, 4 of those were against the White Sox.
Chicago
so I understand
White Sox,
that.
yeah.
Which they should be sweeping them. But 3 of those games were against the Houston Astros, who I picked to win the division, and I believe that was probably the most favorable pick. I bet it was the betting odds favorite to win the division.
I would agree. And like the AL West has just been freaky. Is what I would use to describe it. Like it's just weird.
I mean, you had the Mariners winning the division.
They have the worst offense in baseball.
Yeah, they're currently in second to last place. The Astros are in last place with 4 wins total. This can kind of slide right into this. This is before I'm on Fangraphs right now looking at team ERA. For starting pitchers, this is their good side of their pitching right now, but this doesn't have the start that just happened where Hunter Brown currently has a 16.43 ERA and a 3.81 FIP. They're starting pitching...
Whip.
Sorry, yes, whip.
Yeah.
Yes.
FIP would have been very misleading.
Yeah, FIP would have been very misleading. No, their starting rotation has a 3.86 ERA for 12th in baseball, which is a little above average, which, all right, but that's, again, without the today's start. But then you look at their relief pitching, and it's just bad. They are 24th in baseball with a 5.18 ERA. That's
horrendous.
In fact, they have on their whole entire team, 1 save and 4 holds.
Jesus.
1 save and 4 holds this entire season.
And again, like you can
that's
say
a team
it's
with
early.
Ryan Presley. That's with Ryan Presley, with Josh Hader, with Brady. Like they're.
It's yes, sure. It's still
very early.
Second week of the season.
Yes.
But your early returns are not even close to encouraging.
No. And the high point of the Astros, and a lot of people pick them to have the best bullpen in baseball, is one of the worst baseballs. Yeah. And they were one of the worst. Right now, they're one of the worst bullpens in baseball. And
not
frankly,
even
not even close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the teams that are above them, it's shocking some of the teams that are above them.
It's almost all of baseball.
Yeah, it's almost all of baseball. But I mean, the Marlins have almost a similar ERA than them right now. Their bullpen has a 5.43, which is a team with 2 wins. Exactly. The Angels have a 5.74 ERA. Like that's within reaching, and everyone knows the Angels pitching staff and bullpen is atrocious. Like
a team doesn't even care about winning. And
no, exactly. So it's brutal to watch. I don't know what fixes it. Josh Hader's got to figure it out. Like or they got to move. Or they got to move Presley. Like either that, or they got to move Presley to the closing spot.
We did suggest that last podcast too.
Yeah,
we did, and
they both got a day off today.
Yeah, they didn't have to throw a damn pitch.
No,
but,
no.
Well, I mean, considering how short Hunter Brown went through that outing, they might have been on call.
Even speaking of which, Brian Abreu for them again bad today. Gave up 3 earned runs again. So I mean, their entire bullpen is not doing well.
He gave up the second Bobby Witt home run, right?
I believe so. Yeah, he's got 3 earned runs. Gave up 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. So he's got a 9.53 ERA right now.
Jesus.
And a 2.29 WHIP.
Holy hell!
Like it's their bullpen is not showing any return on investment at all.
Yeah, no, not even close. I mean, and also, like, yes, this is not a. We've already talked about the elbow crisis, the TJ stuff. Our argument with that is player health, not make the pitchers more disgusting.
No,
you could bring back the pre-tack balls and juice them for all I care.
Yeah, I mean,
this is not sustainable, and that pitching staff is better than that. But
100%.
if like half of them went down with Tommy John, you'd be like, well, they all throw hard, and it's like, no, that's not the reason.
No,
but
I mean, there's a lot of pitchers in the league right now that, I mean, don't get me wrong, the throwing hard is obviously probably the biggest contributing factor. I'll agree, it's probably the biggest contributing factor. But again, you can't tell people to not throw hard. You just can't.
And you can't tell them to not grip the baseball.
Yeah, exactly.
They got to hold on to it.
But that's one thing that can be controlled by the MLB. The MLB has changed the balls how many times in just our lifetime? 140? Like
at least, and they changed the seams like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and they haven't fixed that.
Yeah, they changed it.
Players have complained about that all the time.
Yeah, they change the balls all constantly, and this is a problem that's one of the factors that they can at least contain. They can make the balls grip. They can have pre-stick on the balls. They can allow a substance to be used on the ball. Not spider tack, but whether it's sunscreen and rosin, whether it's whatever, they can make. They can even make it. Yeah, they can make something happen with that. So it's just kind of it's hard to see. Which I guess. That also kind of got into my American League team. I only had one more thing for news and notes, which it's not really baseball related anymore. And that's it's because Ippei is working on a guilty plea for stealing a ton of money from Shohei Ohtani, and it looks like it's more than the $4.5 million.
It looked like it looked like close to 200 something million.
Yeah, it looked like a ton of money.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because it could have been
debt.
It could have been the gambling debt.
Yeah. Yep.
Because what they said his average bet placed was close to $13,000.
Yeah, it was like $12,900. Which, gotta say, if anybody's got a gambling problem, I think he's on the list. Like I said, he should be on the next episode of Squid Games. Like,
they're probably gonna put him on that.
Yeah, there's gonna be an ESPN 30 for 30 about this one day, and it's gonna be a fantastic watch.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
But with that, as a podcast, or at least me personally, I have to make an apology to Shohei Ohtani, and with that, I gotta say, so there's my apology. I pride myself as a man of faith. And Castellanos just hit a deep fly to left center field.
The only thing that would have made that better if he was actually up to bat.
If he would have been up to bat right now and he would have hit another tank, I would have lost my mind. I would have lost my mind if he hit a tank right after I did that. Yeah. So, Shohei Ohtani, we're sorry. We went a little off the rails. I mean,
okay, it was funny though.
It was all in comedy. I mean, we started that entire thing saying that we're gonna go off the rails. We were making a lot of jokes here. I mean, for God's sakes, one of the quotes that I said was they fired Ippei so Shohei could gamble more. Did I believe any of that? No, it's not. It was for comedy reasons.
And like, look, that level of gambling that has been alleged. Like that is a degenerate level of gambling.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I've got some degenerate gamblers in my family. My family has never even come close to that.
Like that's so much money, and the dude was betting on freaking water polo.
Hey, you never know.
You know what? I respect it. That's kind of funny as hell. Like that is electric, but
Ippei has a different account that we don't know about, and he definitely follows the Funny Degenerate on Instagram and Friday Beers.
100%.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, Ippei's got a ghost account on there. Yeah, and you just gotta. I mean,
you know what? Release the ghost account.
Yeah, please. I want to see his following list.
I want to see all his picks. I want to see all his crazy picks.
He definitely follows Dr. Locks.
Yeah, guaranteed. I want to see. I want to see his I want to see what his craziest pick was. Like, I bet it's in some sport that we've never even heard of. It's like turtle racing or something like that.
Underwater basket weaving.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, he's got some random name
He's got a future on the underwater basket weaving championships. And it's just like, dude, hey, but look, he was fully committed to it. He was only one parlay away from winning it all back.
Hey, every degenerate gambler quits before that last
before
bet.
They hit it big.
Yeah. So you know what's another funny thing about that? Probably when he originally got fired from the Dodgers, before he realized he's going to probably be going to prison, he was probably like, "Hey, now I can gamble on baseball at least."
He saw OJ died today and was like,
"Oh, he had a bet on that."
He had the bet on Castellanos home run like immediately.
Yep. Immediately, he was like, "You know what? I'm not going to jail today, so I can put a bet in today."
But I guess after that's all we have for news and notes.
But honestly, like with the Shohei Ohtani, like that's not even at this point. It's not even baseball news anymore because
it's off to federal prosecutors.
Yeah, it's off to federal prosecutors. So you probably won't catch it on our podcast ever again because it's likely he's just going to go to jail, and it's not baseball news. Unless Shohei gets re-dragged into it, it's probably not going to happen. So unfortunately,
I couldn't even see him being called as a witness at that point.
No, fortunately for baseball in general, Shohei Ohtani's in the game for good. It's not. There's no other. It's dead at this point. It's honestly completely done.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I guess we can go into the series of the week between your Philadelphia Phillies and my St. Louis Cardinals. The Baseball Diaries series itself. I had a few notes on it. Wheeler had a good outing. No run support.
Again.
Cardinals' new bullpen has been looking really good overall. It's right now it's still just an average. Like overall, it's literally league average, but that's a huge step up from last year where they were brutal. Gallegos sucks still. Gallegos still sucks. He has his FIP is terrible. I'm gonna look that up currently because I had it written out because I've been calling for Gallegos' demotion for a while now.
To what? A janitor?
Yeah. His ERA right now is a 3.38, which isn't bad. But if you look at his FIP, it's a 6.5 or 6.59, and then his WHIP is a 1. Yeah. And then his WHIP is a 1.313. That just shows that his ERA is not bad, but it's going to regress to that FIP where he's not even a serviceable reliever at that point. So that's honestly what I had, and obviously the Phillies took 2 out of 3 against the Cardinals.
Yeah, and the offense for the Phillies has looked absolutely brutal recently.
Yes,
it's been so brutal to watch, and I hate them for it. However, yes, I still love my baseball team, but I hate them for this. It's annoying. It's very annoying. And especially with Wheeler having a sub-2 ERA and no wins.
Yep.
That pisses me off. He's looking like 2018 DeGrom right now.
He really is. He's been absolutely electric. And in that same game, though, I'm going to bring in the fact that Sonny Gray made his first start because
Sonny Gray was very good.
He was electric.
Sonny Gray was
very good. 5 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts. Yeah, 5 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, and he was on a 65 pitch limit, and he got to 64 pitches in 5 innings through 5 innings of baseball.
Yeah, and he looked very good. So that is what you paid for.
Yes.
Just a little game update right now. The Orioles just got one back. Colton Cowser hit one over the monster.
Nice.
Jones is still going off right now. 8 strikeouts right now for Jared Jones.
Jared Jones is I wanted to pick him up in the fantasy league, and then someone got him right before I wanted to because I knew it was going to be cool.
I thought it was me, but I can't be sure about that anymore.
It might be. I don't know.
I'd have to check. But because 3 fantasy leagues. But the series overall, it was competitive, so it made it fun, but it also made us want to smash our hands with a hammer a lot.
Yeah.
So very, very close, very competitive.
All 3 games were very close. First game went into extras, and the Phillies took it in the took it in the 10th. The 10th.
This is 10th. Yeah.
Then Cardinals took the second game with Sonny Gray on the mound, and again, Wheeler just got literally no run support. Not a single run.
No, not a single run. It was very frustrating to watch Wheeler go out there and shove again and not get any help.
Yeah, and then the last game, Phillies won the game in 4-3. The only good thing I did have about that, I did like the play off of, they did Lance Lynn for 5 innings, and then they did Zach Thompson for 3 1/3. I like that.
And Zach
I like it
Thompson
a
looked
lot.
good too.
He did. He
Like,
looked very good. He gave up no runs, 6 strikeouts, 3 1/3 innings pitched with 4 hits given up. And I like, honestly, I hope they keep doing that with Zach Thompson. I hope they, either with the Lance Lynn starts or the Kyle Gibson starts, whenever they are not, obviously they're not going to give you 7 innings. So have a guy like Zach Thompson basically be a piggyback. It's a piggyback.
And that's an effective move if that's what you have to do.
Yes, exactly.
Because it will save your bullpen.
Like, exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Jackson Holiday's up right now. Jackson Holliday looks so young.
I'm a little bit ahead of you. Bad at bat.
Oh,
not gonna lie, really bad at bat.
That sucks. Well, yeah, but anyways, Jackson Holliday looks like he's all of 17 years old.
Yeah, the fact that he's 20 and married is absurd.
And he's got a hot wife.
We gave him points for that this week.
Yeah, we did. So I think his confidence levels are going to be just fine. Ooh, that wasn't bad at bat.
He'll be all right. It's just like it looks like he's at that point where he's pressing for that first hit.
100%. It looks like he's trying as hard as he can to live up to the hype. And
it's like you're the number 1 prospect in baseball for a reason.
Yeah.
You do not need to.
He just needs to do what he can do, honestly. Like, he showed it in spring training. He showed it against major leaguers.
That should be gone.
Yeah. I haven't seen that yet.
No, I'm looking at the Marsh hit. He just got a double. It looked like it hit above the foul line.
Okay.
But the yellow line.
Yeah.
It looks like he hit it above that, but I'm sure that they'll ask if they need to. But he's got oppo power, dude.
Yes,
Jeez.
He does. Which is why it blows my mind that they keep sitting him against lefties.
I think he's done more than enough to
prove that he should be in the lineup every day.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So that was good. Apparently, it's not a homer unless they review it. But right now, oh no, they're reviewing it now. Gunner's at the plate for the Orioles. They got a man on second with 1 out. And,
I see it.
Did you see the strikeout of?
Yeah.
It's like his approach is just a little off right now.
Yeah, it looks like
that was a high slider.
Yes, it looks like he's chasing, which is rare for him. I mean, like, he's literally in his minor league career, he's a 1-to-1 guy, one strikeout to 1 walk. Like, that's, you don't see that ever. Like, unless you're prime Mike Trout or like prime Barry Bonds. Like, there's some other guys, obviously. Alex Bregman used to be a guy that would pride himself in being pretty close to that. There's a few guys that are like that, but it's Juan Soto is the prime example. But yeah, I think he's pressing a little bit. I think, and he'll settle in once he gets that first knock.
100%. I think he just needs that first knock.
Yeah, I agree.
Home run. That's a Marshy home run.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
All right. So then, do you have any other news or anything to say about the Phillies Cardinals series?
No, I just thought it was a competitive series, and that's what, I'll be honest, I have a lot of friends that are Cardinals fans. You're one of them. I have at least 5 others that I know that are Cardinals fans.
One's in our fantasy league.
Yeah. I probably don't have his number saved.
Oh shit! I forgot I picked up Brandon Marsh on my fantasy team. Let's go.
So that's an RBI and a homer for Marsh, but The thing that I will say, it's better for baseball in general when the Cardinals are good.
Yes, 100%.
So the fact that it was actually a competitive series, I enjoyed because it made me think that the Cardinals are actually on the right track. So that was good. But other than that, no, I just thought it was yes, stressful, but fun series.
Yeah, and the Phillies and the Cardinals are kind of in. The Phillies have a much better team in general, obviously. But
we're just not hitting right now.
No, agreed. But again, if it comes down to a playoff series, that's what I expect to see. Like, I want to see that from a playoff series. Like, I want to see good baseball overall. Will the Cardinals be in the playoffs? Little too soon to tell. But also their record says otherwise.
It's a little early. But I think that there's 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 hope.
There is hope. I mean, they're 6-7 right now, so they're flirting with 500, which is about where that's about where we both had them. We said the Central is going to be up between, or is going to be between. We said within 5 games of each other from first to last, and right now that's exactly what it is. It's 3. The Cardinals are in last place, and they're 3.5 back from first place. So that's exactly that is. Which is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Absolutely, they're killing it.
They're rolling. But,
they're rolling.
Don't worry, help is on the way, and it's us.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, they're gonna knock out the. You guys just had barely took a 2 out of 3 against the Cardinals. It's not that much.
3-0 right now.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice.
So yeah, moving on from that, do we want to go into how bad our AL teams are?
Well, we
did kind of discuss it. They're both bad.
Well, we went into the Astros I went into the Astros pretty in depth, so you can just go into the Mariners because I went over all the notes I had for the Astros. The team's just sucking right now.
Yeah. So again, our deepest apologies as a podcast to the Mariners pitching staff because hang on.
Keep apologizing.
We pride ourselves as a podcast of faith.
To the Mariners pitching staff.
To the Mariners pitching staff. We do pride ourselves as being a podcast of faith. But yeah, no, they've been brutal, like to say the least. I mean, aside from okay, so funny thing is Castellanos is actually at the plate right now.
That's awesome. If he hits a bomb now.
Yeah. And it's really only been the top two. The top two have been brutal.
It's been Luis Castillo and
Luis Castillo and George Kirby. Our Cy Young picks. It's just been brutal.
Who we just completely cursed.
The offense has been bad, and we've acknowledged that.
We knew they were going to be bad. Like we didn't think they were going to be this bad. But
I told you the statistic beforehand that they have.
Oh yes, go ahead.
Oh my God! Oh no! I thought he did. Oh, they ran into each other. You two idiots. But so the offense has scored the most runs for that entire team have been scored in the 10th inning. That's an inning that's not supposed to be played.
Yeah, that's not good. That's good.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows that the offense is not showing up at all. I mean, completely non-existent. And we spent a lot of time harping on George Kirby and Luis Castillo, which they just look bad.
They do look bad, but that's the thing. Like, those two are two that you expect to bounce back. The offense, you don't. You don't.
I mean, the offense we expected to take a step forward. We thought, especially we thought Julio is just not Julioing right now, but I thought the addition of Mitch Haniger and Mitch Garver and J.P. Crawford was going to be big for the lineup. But J.P. Crawford's got a 492 OPS. Mitch Garver's got a 475 OPS. Mitch Haniger is actually doing well. He's got an 807.
Mitch Haniger has looked good.
But minus that, Josh Rojas has a 785. Dominic Calzone has an 870, which
Bryson Stott just hit a homer.
Let's go. It's just I would never guess that. But then Julio Rodriguez got a 470, so their offense is just not showing up.
And the thing is, what should have led me to think that is the fact that their GM showed that hand that we only want to win 54% of our games or something.
Yeah, they 100% showed that.
That's a loser mentality.
Agreed.
Okay, again, will that probably get you in the playoffs? Yeah. Yes, because the baseball season is long, and that will probably have you a decent number above 500. But you can't be serious.
No.
You can't say that and not do anything to, meaningfully improve the roster. Mitch Haniger is a good player and is a nice addition.
That was a nice addition. But it doesn't change. It doesn't change the thought of the offense being bad. Even if Julio Rodriguez, Mitch Haniger, Mitch Garver, and J.P. Crawford, and Jorge Polanco. I said it before.
You said J.P. Crawford. I figured you meant Jorge Polanco.
I meant Jorge Polanco. That's what I meant. Yeah. But yeah, with those additions, you'd still put them at best league average offense at the very best.
Okay, so we've become a big Tigers podcast because we both believe in the Tigers, but I would take the Tigers offense over theirs. Like,
100%, 100%. And their offense is not good. Like,
but their offense is at least
better.
Playing fundamental baseball, hitting the ball hard,
exactly.
like running, going gap to gap, all of that, like the stuff that you expect from a major league offense. And there's no excuse here for the Mariners versus the Tigers. Both of those are pitcher-friendly parks.
Yes, 100%. Very pitcher-friendly.
It's just like, how in God's name can you justify that? No offense to Mitch Haniger. I think he's a good ball player, but that is not an offseason signing that moves the needle.
No, not at all.
It doesn't.
Like I said, at best, it puts all of their offense, puts them, even when they're all playing at their very best, league average. Average. And that's with Julio Rodriguez being Julio Rodriguez. Like,
yeah. And he's currently not there. Like, that's the thing. Like, you don't have, like, Ty France has come back and he has made their offense look slightly better. However, you're relying on 2 hitters to carry this offense right now?
Yeah, and you can't.
And Cal Raleigh can, kind of, not really, but he does hit enough home runs where you're like, well, you know.
For a catcher. Like, yeah. If he was like an amazing defensive catcher, fine. But
he's not a bad defensive catcher, but he's not like
he's not
top
Molina.
5.
Like,
I mean, because like when you think top defensive catchers in the league right now, you're still thinking thinking Adley, you're thinking JT, you're thinking Jonah Heim,
William Contreras, not Wilson.
William, yeah, and I mean, I'm not putting Cal there.
No, God no.
I'm not putting Cal in the 5th spot. No. I mean, who else? Who else am I thinking? Who else am I missing?
Will Smith's not bad defensively. He's not great. Will
Smith's not bad, but I think he's better. I think he's better than Cal defensively.
Yeah, I would say so.
So, like,
and definitely a better offensive player.
Oh, absolutely a better offensive player. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, that's just
this offense is not
super. It's super underwhelming, and it's very, very disappointing
as a team right now. And this backs up this is going to back up exactly what we said with the Detroit Tigers having a better offense. They're not good in offense either. They're 27th in offense. The Mariners are 29th in offense with a 602 OPS. The only offense that's worse than them right now is the Miami Marlins by OPS.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's awful.
The Marlins are committed to being terrible. Like, just brutal.
You know who I would think might be knocking on the door as one of those defensive end, slightly offensive catchers? I haven't seen a ton of, like, production, like, offensively yet this season. But the Padres catcher, Campusano.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's looked very good, especially defensively.
Also, another one I forgot we didn't bring up, Carson Kelly. Carson Kelly,
very great defensively.
Yeah.
And
hitter.
Like, there's one guy who has, like, the most absurd frame rates. I can't remember who it is. There's a guy who has, like, one of the top
biggest strike
framing.
Zones,
he just expands it. Like, and I would probably take Gabriel Moreno over Cal. And you know what? Honestly, the Pirates catcher Henry Davis, that dude has a rocket arm. So
yeah, he does.
I would think that he would be up there too.
So I had the OPSs by team pulled up right now.
Oh God!
Obviously, you know who's number 1. Quite obviously.
Yeah.
Take a guess as a team OPS how high it is right now.
I don't want to say something too absurd, so I'm going to go like 1.2.
As a team, the whole team.
The whole team?
Yes. It's the Braves.
Is it 1 dot?
No, it's not 1 dot. 1 dot would be insane. Maybe for just the starting lineup. But...
0.982.
No, it's a 0.880. That's
Jesus
Christ. Full team. The entire team is hitting 880. So that isn't an 880 OPS for a player is getting MVP votes.
Because they were there last year too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were just there. I'm gonna look up. I can pull that up while we're here.
Yeah, they were there last year too.
Last year, as a team, for the whole season, 845 OPS.
Jesus Christ.
That's including the bench player who gets one at bat every 16 years. Like, that's...
And you know what? That's with Ronald isn't even swinging the bat well at all this now.
That's what's nuts. Like, that's Ronald Acuna Jr. not doing him.
He's a 250 average, 0 home runs, 4 RBIs.
Yeah, he's got a 691 OPS right now. That's with Ronald Acuna putting up a 691. So dragging that down.
Which is crazy.
It's insane.
Austin Riley's still Austin Riley.
Yeah, Austin Riley, he's so consistent. Like, when I think of
he's like the Kyle Tucker of infielders.
Yeah, he really is. Like, and he looks like Bradley Cooper to me in the face. Just saying. Yeah. So, and then other than that, I guess I just had some series updates. We said the A's swept the Rangers, bonkers. Mets took 2 out of 3 against the Braves, also crazy. Blue Jays took 2 out of 3 against the Mariners, at this point, to be expected. Padres took 2 out of 3 against the Cubs, and then Brewers take 2 out of 3 against the Reds, which, unfortunately for you, with your hatred of Ellie De La Cruz has been swinging it.
Okay, hold on. Hatred, I think he's overhyped and overrated. I don't hate him.
He's got a 1.034 OPS.
His issue is still the
7
strikeout.
RBIs.
His issue is still that strikeout
6 stolen bases. Yes, that strikeout rate is absurd still. He's in 48 plate appearances, he struck out 17 times and only walked 3 times. So I agree that, like, obviously I'm thinking he's going to definitely regress to the mean again because you can't sustain that strikeout rate. You just cannot.
No, it's not sustainable.
Look at what happened to Javi Baez. Javi Baez is on my not list today because he cannot do anything but strike out. Yeah. like they figured out Javi Baez will swing at shit in the other batter's box, and they were like, okay, I'm just going to throw it in the other batter's box then. So
you would think that most players would be like, oh, they're throwing stuff in the other batter's box. I may as well lay off.
No.
Somehow it's still tempting to him. Like, what devil on his shoulder is doing that?
I don't know, but it's a very tempting devil, apparently.
That devil has some comedic effect to it. He's like, yeah, swing at that. It's 4 feet off the plate.
Javi Baez right now has 11 strikeouts, no walks. He's batting 152, OPS plus. Take a guess how bad it is.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, OPS plus can be negative, right?
Yep. It is negative. It's not far negative, though.
I'm going to go minus 17.
Minus 5. Which is just so
he's probably going to get up to minus 17 next week.
Yeah, if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to for sure because it's been brutally bad.
Okay, before we go on to the hot or not thing,
yep.
I was watching the Tigers comeback win against the Pirates when Bednar blew the save. Right?
Yep.
They had a thing saying that Javi Baez was like he had like a certain OPS plus in high leverage situations last year. I was like, they made these numbers up. Yeah, none of this is true. It said he had like a 130 OPS plus in high leverage situations.
No way.
I was like, there's absolutely no chance.
No, 0 chance.
130? Javi Baez.
There's no way. I do not believe it.
Okay,
that's made
buddy.
up. You
lie.
You lied. Exactly. That's a lie.
It has to be a lie.
Yeah, I don't. There's no way.
Yeah. But yeah. Moving into hot or not. Bobby Witt.
Yep.
It's the sun.
Hot as the sun right now. Currently, I believe he's the American League leader in OPS.
And he hit 2 nukes today.
No, I lied. He's not. He's not the... Well, yeah, he's not the leader in OPS because of one of my hot picks. But he is swinging it. He's got a 1.169 OPS. Guy just hit 2 home runs today. 358 batting average, 8 RBIs, 3 stolen bases. The guy's showing why he got paid.
And again, like we talked about this before, his Savant page, blood red. Like it's
blood red.
It is gross. Like that dude is on another level right now, and good for him because it is catapulting the Royals.
Yes, I mean
they have been so good.
Yes, the Royals have been. I mean, they're on a 7-game winning streak right now, and 4 of those games against the White Sox, 3 against the Astros. So it's like. The 4, all right, I'm not so impressed by, but 3 against the Astros, I'm impressed by that. I'm very impressed.
Like, and yes, we know the Astros are scuffling,
yes. But it's still the Astros. It's still a team with Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman. Like that team is still stacked. Yannier Diaz, like they're stacked, and for them to continue to sweep them is insane. If they took the series, it would have been something to note. but to sweep them is absurd.
That's just a different level.
Yeah.
But yeah, Royals, hot. They're hot. Yep. And for my next hot, I got Jake Cronenworth.
The Crone Zone.
Crone Strike, Jake the Rake, all of these things.
Jake the Rake, I love it.
The guy is absolutely swinging it. He has like 8 barrels so far this season, which I think is already... I don't think he had a single one last year.
Yeah, seriously. He was struggling last year.
But, the dude looks insane. So, props to the Crone Zone.
Yep, 883 OPS, 148 OPS plus, 2 homers, 13 RBIs already.
Yeah, he's been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, he's been hitting the cover off the ball.
Good for him.
Yep.
But,
need it.
Yeah, after that, I have Jarren Duran. The guy is just, like, he's a base hit machine.
Yes.
And he is also a stolen base machine. So
6 stolen bases already.
Combining the two,
He's
awesome for the Red Sox. They've been
leading the American League in stolen bases.
Like we said, Red Sox probably not a sustainable thing. However, he is making them worth watching.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jarren Duran.
Yeah.
And then my last pick is a semi-comedic pick, is Anthony Rendon post standing ovation.
What?
He has like 2 doubles since it. And
wait, first of all, he got a standing ovation. I didn't even know that.
Yes, they did a standing ovation because it worked for Turner.
He went 3 for 5.
I know.
With a double.
Like, it's somewhat comedic because it's like, I don't know if he actually cares.
Yeah. You're right. He got 2 doubles, and before that, he was 1 for 4, 1 for 4, 1 for 5, 3 for 5 with 3 runs and a double.
It's like he currently is at least warm.
Yeah, he's still got a 150 or batting average and a 427 OPS.
That's why I said semi-comedic.
Yeah. That's yeah.
It's like yeah.
Yeah, hey, at least maybe he's figuring it out.
Maybe
Maybe he'll be back to 2019 Anthony Rendon.
Oh God.
I don't think
we'd see the rapture.
I think he's I think he's buried. I think
yeah.
I don't see him leading the league in doubles ever again.
Yeah. Now for your hot picks, let's see.
I got some
we know you got Bobby
Witt. You could not have Bobby Witt right now. I have my first one is Will Smith. Will Smith is raking right now.
Oh, absolutely. I should have included him, but no, you're 100% right.
He's leading the MLB in batting average with a 4.12 batting average, 985 slug, 170 OPS plus. He leads the league in hits. Guy's doing everything right now and doing that while catching for the Dodgers. So I hate giving props where props are due, but props are due for Will Smith. He's raking right now. Then this one hurts my soul a lot. It hurts my soul a whole lot because I've seen this flash before. In 2021, I saw this flash of what this player could be when he was 8th in MVP voting. Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill currently leads all of MLB in OPS and slugging percentage and home runs. And total base. Oh, and OPS plus. He's got a 282 OPS plus right now.
No, it stings a little.
Yeah, that stings. That hurts a lot. I'm hurting currently. I might be tasting. If he hits another home run tonight, I might be tasting metal tonight.
I think he's walked a couple times, but I don't think he's hit a home run tonight.
Yeah, I don't think he has either. He's not only that, but what I was alarmed by before with him was his strikeout rate. He's cut that down. He's almost 1-to-1 at this point. He's 8 walks to 10 strikeouts.
Yeah,
and when he was when he was an MVP candidate in 2021, even then his strikeout rate was astronomical. 38 walks to 168 strikeouts. So if he can learn to stay in the zone and continue doing what he's doing, he's got. The ceiling for him is high. I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes.
Is.
Like he was 8th in MVP voting. Like with a 912 OPS that year. That was a full season in 2021. It wasn't like the Mickey Mouse 2020 season. No, he put it all together for a full season. So good for him. It does hurt my soul. Actually, I think my next pick also hurts my soul a little bit because he's in my same division. Christian Yelich.
Oh, Yelich is on fire.
He is back. He looks like old Yelich. He looks like Yelich from old. He's putting the ball in play, getting a lot of hits,
and he's driving the ball to all fields.
Yep, he looks like old Christian Yelich. He's got a 1.146 OPS. Slugging percentage leads the National League. Leads the National League in home runs also. I mean, he looks like he's back. And yeah.
And he's still got a hot mom.
I hate that it's in the NL Central, but love to see Yelly back. It was electric in 2018, 2019 when he should have been back-to-back MVP, in my opinion. He didn't win it in 2019 because Cody Bellinger did. But if you look at overall numbers, Yelich had him beat pretty much every statistic, minus games played, because he got hurt at the end of the season. We lost Brendan again for a time being, but I'm going to continue to go through my hot or nots. Or my hots, I should say. Justin Turner, back. I shouldn't say back. He's never left. He was always my sneaky pick that I would make in fantasy baseball because everyone was like, "Oh, he's old. Yeah, last year was his worst batting average season, basically in quite some time, and he had a 276 batting average. I'm talking about Justin Turner.
Okay. Yeah, no, I
Turner.
heard everything about Yelly, so
and
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
But
Justin Turner, he's currently leading the American League in doubles. Got a 1.026 OPS, 198 OPS plus. Justin Turner is criminally underrated as a player overall. It's kind of mind blowing. I mean, you look at his OPS is over last year 800, year before that 788, 832, 860, 881, 924, 945. Consistently puts all-star level numbers up. Like, the guy is good. Like, I don't know why he's so underrated, and his OPS is not even what is amazing to me. He's a batting average guy mostly. He had a season where he had 340, 294, 322, 312. The guy hits. Like, that's all he knows what to do is hit.
Again, hit machine.
Yep. My last hot is Tyler Glasnow, the sex god himself.
What? 14 Ks last start.
14 Ks against the Twins. 7 innings pitched, no walks. The guy is on another level right now. Leads baseball in strikeouts, innings pitched, games started, 2.25 ERA. Leads the National League in WHIP with a .750. Leads the National League in hits per 9 at 4.1. I mean, everyone knows his stuff's electric. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just what can we get a full season out of him? And if we get a full season out of him, I'm sorry, but I think he takes the Cy Young away from Zach Wheeler because that stuff is electric.
Yeah, no, and I think that's going to be a tight battle between those two.
Yeah, it's just going to can he stay healthy?
And if Wheeler can get some damn run support,
yeah. Well, but nobody counts wins anymore. Well, they kind of do, but they should. I mean, wins is a non-existent stat.
Because I mean, what DeGrom 2018?
Yeah, literally the most nasty pitcher I've ever seen in my entire life. The most
dominant pitcher I've ever seen
in my entire life. The only person that I can compare that to in a single season is Bob Gibson. I was not around for that, so I can't say that I saw that.
Well, because the guy changed the mound height.
Yeah, and I think Jacob DeGrom was on his way to doing the same thing.
Oh, he was, 100%.
Yep. So that's my hots.
Yeah. Okay. So, I will go into not right now. Number one, Ronald. Ronald is devastatingly cold for Ronald standards.
Honestly, for any standards.
You know what? Ronald, keep doing that. Love it. As long as it's not as if he's the only weapon in that Braves offense, because
obviously
it is
the best offense in baseball.
It is absolutely littered with weapons. But something about Ronald not showing up for the regular season would be very hysterical, and I would be very happy with that. My next cold, not is Adley right now. He's on a bit of a cold streak.
Is he?
He struck out, I think, 3 times last night. He just wasn't hitting the ball. He just looked like he was scuffling. Couldn't seem to make contact.
I think I'm gonna. Oh no, I'm not gonna object.
He was not gonna object. He was and that's the thing. Compared to his start, this is cold for him.
Well, and overall, I mean, he's down to 673 OPS, 101 OPS plus. That's and he does not have a home run yet.
Yeah, he still doesn't have a home run, which is why I'm putting him on this. It's like he's
no objections.
He's not the Adley we expect.
Yes,
right now.
Agreed.
So which is kind of the same situation with Ronald. Like it's just not. It's not what you expect out of a player that is this good.
Yeah, I mean, Ronald Acuna Jr. literally won the MVP last year.
Set a new record.
Yeah, he set a new standard that has never been done before. 70 something stolen bases, 40 home runs.
Yeah, founded the 40-70 club.
Yeah.
After that, I have Alex Bregman.
Okay.
Very down to start the season. That one is just kind of like I've been seeing the Astros games, and he's just like
he's not. He's doing terrible.
Yeah, it's like it. And for someone as good as Breggy is,
yeah.
Again, I don't know what is behind these huge name struggles.
Yeah, Breggy Bombs is struggling right now.
But yeah, no, it's been bad. I mean, I could apply that to almost the entire Astros roster, but I won't. I'm just applying it to Breggy because it's like,
I mean, I think there's a few outliers. I mean, there's Altuve is still crushing the ball,
and Alvarez found his swing last week. So, but yeah, no, it's
and Breggy Bombs is Breggy no bombs right now.
Yeah, he's
literally got 2 RBIs and a 662 OPS.
Yeah, and he's
struggling.
Dude, he
struggling.
He was really against the Royals today. Like he hit it was an ugly play. Like he hit a chopper, was busting it down the line to try and get there, and he was never going to get there. Yeah. He almost did, but it was still like, Jesus, this is how you're trying to get a hit right now? Like, Alex Bregman?
Bregman, have you seen the video of Alex Bregman hitting the tank off Jared Carrabis?
Yes, I believe I have. Yep. Oh, I definitely
have. The wiffle ball? Yeah.
Yes.
You need to go talk with Jared, figure out your swing, because that's when your swing was at its peak. That was one of the hardest balls I've ever seen hit in my entire life and ever. So,
I mean, dude, they were showing highlights of kids hitting wiffle balls in Citizens Bank tonight, and this dude like cranked one. This like 7-year-old just cranked one to dead center, and I was like, oh my god, like okay.
And the Braves announced the Braves have just signed him.
Yeah. Hope not. I think, dude, he's probably from Delco. He would literally rather die before going there.
True, but, probably true.
Not shocking here. We got my last not Mariners pitching staff.
Yeah.
Bad.
I think we had him. I think we had him on our last one.
Well, I mean,
it can be applied
again. It begs to be repeated until they turn it around. Like your 2 aces are not pitching well at all. Come on, man.
Yeah, they've been brutally bad. I was gonna pull it up and it was honestly just their 2 aces because Logan Gilbert's actually been electric.
Logan Gilbert has the second. He has the second highest strikeout numbers in the MLB right now.
Logan Gilbert has been dominant this year. I'm trying to look up pitching stats, but minus that, which Miller is it? I can't remember which Miller have. Bryce Miller. Bryce Miller's got a 3 ERA. He's been dominant as well. So it's literally just Luis Castillo and George Kirby. Like
those are the 2 names you don't expect to struggle.
No, ever. I've never expected, especially Luis Castillo, just because he's been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Like when he was with the Reds, I hated when the Cardinals would have to face him because it was just like, cool, we're getting 7 innings of shutout baseball tonight. So George Kirby, I mean, obviously he was absolutely dominant last year, but he just doesn't have the years of experience that I mean, he's got some years of experience, but he doesn't have a decade of amazing pitching in major leagues.
But that's the thing. Like he's been so consistent on the bump that you expect it.
Exactly. And Logan Gilbert has George Kirby has definitely been consistent over his first 2 seasons, and this is unprecedented. I mean, he has an 8.16 ERA right now, and
I know it's so bad, and I don't know what it is. I've watched the out. At least the one thing that I was more encouraged by in his most recent outing, because he got rocked in his second I don't remember how many games has he started so far. Is it 2 or 3?
2 or 3.
Because if it's 3, I think I watched the third, and his velocity was trending way up. Like it was 97, 96 on both of his fastballs. Okay. And I was like, okay, so at least it's headed in the right direction, but that offense is still not helping that pitching staff. And
I got some encouraging numbers. I found some encouraging stats. Luis Castillo, FIP, 3.34. So,
okay.
Kind of the definition of getting unlucky. Like,
yes,
the absolute definition.
I will say that both Castillo and Kirby have looked like they've been getting batted to death.
8.16 ERA, like I said. His FIP is a 2.93. So,
my god,
yeah, that's just unlucky. Yeah,
dude. All right, hey, imagine if you're the pitcher, you're gonna kill your entire defense.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I mean, literally, for Luis Castillo, it's a 3-run difference, 3.5-run difference from ERA to FIP. And for George Kirby, it's almost a 6-run difference.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so you know what? No, we didn't curse them. We were right. The Mariners' defense is letting them down.
Yes, and they're just getting severely unlucky right now. Like,
that's
severely.
That is so
criminally
absurd.
Unlucky. So yeah, that's brutal. All right.
Oh, I'm pissed off now.
Yeah,
I'm mad.
Yeah, that's rough.
I'm mad.
Yeah, and you know what? I had a feeling there was something there. I was like, there's no way that they fell off that much.
Yeah.
Like, so that explains a lot. So for my for my knots, my first one is gonna hurt me again. Jordan Walker. Jordan Walker is not doing well. No home runs, 162 batting average, 481 OPS, 34 OPS plus.
Ooh.
For a guy that was the Cardinals' top prospect last year and was literally the favorite to win Rookie of the Year last year, did not even come. He didn't even get any votes for it. That's not what we're looking for. Not looking for it at all. Don't like it. Pick it up, or else we will demote you because we have 7 billion outfielders in our system, apparently.
And Newt just got activated.
Yep, and Newt Bar is back. Literally. And so somebody's gonna get sent down, and I don't want it to be you, but it's not looking good.
Yeah.
My next knot, and this is a shocking one. Last year's Rookie of the Year, Corbin Carroll. He's been struggling.
No, you're right.
Runs, or 1 home run. I'm sorry. He's got 1 home run, 3 stolen bases, 2 caught stealings, which leads the league right now. 660 OPS and 85 OPS plus. Am I worried? Am I concerned? No. Is it a sophomore slump? Not yet. But we're heading in that direction, and I don't like it.
I'm not going to lie. I'd be a little concerned because of the statistic I told you before the podcast.
Yes. What was it again?
4 home runs in his last 300 plus plate appearances. I don't think it was much more than 300, but I think it was 303.
Well, yeah, that's
shocking.
concerning. That's very concerning, especially considering that leads heavily into the second half of last season, and I'm going to look that up.
I think it was from Codify. I think Codify tweeted it.
I don't know about the tweet, but I'm going to look up his batting splits for the season and see if he kind of dropped off at the end of the season.
It's for a guy that had such an explosive rookie season, the power numbers should not be that down.
No, I completely agree. I mean, he had 25 home runs. Don't get me wrong, he's not like the home run guy. And he shouldn't.
No, it's like the guy's going to get doubles and triples no problems.
And tons of stolen bases, which is why I was a little concerned that he's already caught stealing more than he's stolen bases. It's not good.
Yeah, that's
so. You look at his first half. First half, he had a 915 OPS, huge, and then dropped down to an 812, which isn't crazy. It's not crazy. How many home runs did you say?
4. That was the tweet I saw. It could be incorrect, but he's just...
I don't know how many at-bats he has this year, but it could be accurate.
I think close. They were... I don't think it was calling, everything, from I think it was going from
in the postseason too.
The postseason, end of last season,
That makes
postseason,
sense.
and then
Now that makes sense. Okay, that would check out
because I was
he
like,
had 2 home runs in August, 2 home runs in October, which is significant dip. He had 4 in July, 8 in June, 5 in May, 4 in April and March. So yeah, first half of the season he had 18 home runs. Second half of the season he had 7.
Jesus.
Yeah, a little concerning. I wouldn't say panic yet.
No, I wouldn't panic, but I would also be like,
what I would expect is a regression to the mean. Like I would definitely expect a regression to a mean of some sorts. I don't think you're getting the June that he had where he put up a 979 OPS.
No, and I also don't think that we're gonna be saying, "Oh yeah, no, he's pound for pound the strongest player in the league ever again."
I mean,
because that was just an insane claim from MLB Network.
Yeah, no, that's an absurd claim. Now this next one makes me kind of happy for my knots.
Who we got?
Kyle Hendricks. 12.08.
Your old nemesis.
Yes, the old arch nemesis. Kyle Hendricks. 12.08 ERA. And unlike
our boys in the Cy Young
unlike our boys in the Cy Young conversation, he is getting screwed a little bit, but to a tune of an 803 FIP. Not a good FIP. So even if his ERA was 803, brutal. Brutally bad. ERA plus of a 38. He's been rough. He's given up the most home runs in baseball right now with 5.
Well, I think part of that has to be the fact that he throws so slow.
Yes, 100%. I mean,
like he's throwing BP fastballs.
Mm-hmm. And normally
and that's his normal fastball.
Yeah, so. That is. And he's had a lot of seasons of being really good. He probably will. I mean, obviously he's going to get better, but right now these are bad. His whip right now 2.368.
Jeez.
Hits per night 18.5.
Holy.
Yeah.
18.
Home runs per 9, 3.6. Even his walks per 9 is up a bit, up from last year, but up for his career, 2.8.
Well, I think that's part of it. When you don't have that kind of velocity, it's harder to tease the zone.
Yeah.
When you don't spin the ball as well anymore.
No, he cannot live in the strike zone. He has to live outside the strike zone.
And I don't think, don't get me wrong, I don't absolutely hate Kyle Hendricks, but I've also never thought he really had the stuff to just live outside the strike zone.
No, he's never had that kind of stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's had some amazing seasons.
He's had a very successful career.
Yeah, very successful.
And no hate to him, but buddy, at some point you should hang him up.
Yeah, I mean, his career ERA is a 3.56, which is very, very good.
If I was him, I would hang it up now.
I wouldn't, maybe at the end of the year, but I'd let some things play out. I mean, he's only 34, believe it or not. Feels like
my God, I thought he was 38.
Yeah, feels like he's much older than he is. He's only 34, but he broke in the league at 24, and from there he was electric. A 2.46 ERA his first year, 3.95 the second year, something me. But then the year after that, a 2.13 ERA in a season where he got third in Cy Young voting.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's had some seasons. He's had good seasons.
He's been a player.
A player who has not had a good season in quite some time. My next not, and I don't think this was a shocking one because I don't even know if I should have put him on the not list because it's been so long since he's been hot. Javi Baez. 152 batting average, 323 OPS, -5 OPS plus. Not good. Not good.
Nope, just bad.
Doesn't even have an extra base hit this season yet.
He barely has any base hits anyway. So
he's got 5 hits, 11 strikeouts, and no walks. The guy swings at literally everything. I'm pretty sure if I threw a ball across my room right now, he's not in the same zip code, area code, state as me right now, and he'd swing at it.
Oh, he would.
My last not is... Let me pull up his stats real quick because I don't want to hate on him too much. David Bednar from the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's blown 3 saves this year already. He has a 12.46 ERA, and again, it's not just his ERA. His FIP is not good either. His FIP is a 5.25 or 5.52, and his WHIP is a 1.65. I'm sorry, 1.615. So Bednar is not looking good. He's got one save this year, and
3 blown ones.
Yeah, so not looking good at all. His save percent right now is 25%, which is down from last year where he was at 92.9% saves. So, yeah, not good.
No, not great.
Not great at all. For the guy who led the National League in saves last year, blowing 3 of them already. The FIP's high. The ERA is high. WHIP is astronomical. His strikeout numbers are up. He's at a 12.5 strikeouts per 9. But other than that, not looking good for Dave Bednar. They may end up moving him to the bullpen, or moving him to the middle of the bullpen, and maybe putting Chapman in the closing role.
I wouldn't be shocked if they put like one of Chapman or Holderman in that role.
Yeah.
Once, because his teammates have come out and backed him because it's like, yes, this guy has a reputation of being an all-star. But there is a point where you have to demote someone for the betterment of the team.
Yes, for the betterment of the team, and then not only that, but also
he's got to get his confidence back.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to get to. You go put him in the 8th inning, put him in the 7th inning, let him work some stuff out, get a few clean slots, get some clean innings, and then you get him back in that closing role. But he needs to get that confidence back because it's after 3 blown saves, it's going to be shot. And not only was it 3 blown saves, but the blown saves were bad. Like he's in 4 1/3 innings pitched, he's given up 6 earned runs.
Yeah, it's not been pretty.
No, so it's just that's not pretty at all. He needs to get some confidence back. So I think if I'm the
Pirates, I'm moving him down.
If I'm raising the Jolly Rancher or the Jerry, you know what I mean.
The Jolly Roger.
If I'm raising the Jolly Roger, what I'm doing is I'm raising Chapman to the closing role because he's been I mean, as much as I hated that picture that came out before the season, and I think he should be in jail for that picture. Jesus. I know, I'm sorry.
I had forgotten about it.
I'm sorry. As much as I hated that, he's a great closer. He's been one of the best closers in the game.
He's a great closer. He's a great closer when he's in the 100s. When he's 98, he's gonna give up a 3-run bomb to Rajay Davis,
or to Jose Altuve in the playoffs, like he does. It seems like every year.
Yeah.
It seems like every year I see a replay of another home run from Jose Altuve against Matt or Aroldis Chapman. Like it's like at this point it's kind of a joke, and that's why I personally, as much as I love I think Aroldis Chapman's a great regular season closer, he still scares me in the playoffs. Still
he scares me in the playoffs. He doesn't pitch for my team.
Yeah. Well, that's I think all we got. Any last notes?
No, I think we covered everything. I'm sure there will be more news and notes. Phillies won 5-1. Orioles are still down 1. Westberg just struck out. Flew out to I think it was Duran. After cows are grounded into a double play, they're going into the 8th in Boston. I believe that's the last game of the night. Jared might be tasting metal. At the end of the night.
Today's probably the worst slate of baseball games I've seen.
I think there are only like 5 or 6 games. Yeah, it's a very slow day. I mean, it is Thursday, so
and no like actual good matchups either. Like it was just kind of a shitty slate of a day, honestly.
Yeah, and the starting pitcher matchups. I think the best one was probably Philly Pittsburgh.
Somebody had Alan Winans on their starting rotation. Oh no. Oh,
that's bad.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I think the best pitching matchup of the day was Suarez versus Jones, and
that doesn't tickle me.
I mean,
Jones does.
Jones can be fun to watch. Suarez was excellent today.
Yeah.
But that does make me think that he actually is due for this breakout year because he has been very consistent and very good so far. But it's like nothing really got you super hyped for this game. But you know, or any of the games.
Hey,
but, you know.
It is baseball season.
Baseball is baseball. So,
Baseball's back. All right.
Baseball is back. That means the seasonal depression is cured. So.
Yep. Seasonal depression is gone. Good episode. Follow us on Instagram at the Baseball Diaries, Twitter at the BB Diaries, Spotify at Baseball Diaries, and then subscribe on YouTube at the Baseball Diaries Pod. This episode will be coming out tonight, Thursday, April 11th at, I don't know, probably 9. We'll see how my computer does.
Yeah, we will.
Later, buddy.
All right. Peace out.